Hello and welcome. And today we're going to look at the 5 things I enjoy the most about the Ford Fiesta ST. The first thing is, for me, the power of this car. So just getting on a little bit of dual carriageway now. You put your foot down and this car likes to go. Love it. So this car just pulls through every single gear. I mean, you can be driving along even in 6 on the motorway, and if you want to, the car still has power to pull off, which is good, you know. I've never had a car that's this much fun and this powerful before. So for me, it just puts a smile on my face every time I drive. One of the things I love the most about this car is the power. So I think I'm right in saying it's around about 180 brake horse standard, with the overboost function, which pushes it to 200 for short periods of time. But you know when you put your foot down in this car and it kicks in and it just pushes you into the back of the seat, and that's the feeling that I really love in this car. I mean, it's only a small car anyway, and it's so light. You can put your foot down and you're gone, and it's enough to put a smile on your face. It still puts a smile on my face, and I've owned this car for nearly 2 years. It's just so good, so good. But that does lead us nicely actually into one of the second things I love about this car, which is how it sounds when you put your foot down. A lot of people like to complain about the sound imposer that Ford have built into this car to give an artificial sound from the engine, and there's lots of videos out there of people that have installed sound imposer deletes to sort of eliminate that pipe that feeds it into the cabin of the car. For me though, do you know what? I love it. It's not too loud. You can be driving along on the motorway and you haven't got that drone that you have with aftermarket exhaust or back boxes that's there all the time. And I love a good exhaust sound, but sometimes if you're going to be driving along, it's just going to really get to you. So yeah, I love the sound of this car. I mean, even if you're outside and you wind down the window and you tap the accelerator and just rev the engine a bit, it sounds so good, just as standard. So I mean, you don't really have to change anything with this car. It's good as it is standard, in my opinion. And yeah, it does sound good. So that's my second point, sound of this car. The third thing I love about this car is the gearbox. So it's a 6-speed manual box, and for me it's just so nice. I've driven a lot of different cars, estates, vans. I've owned several Fiestas, and no gearbox has come close to this in the Fiesta ST. It's a really slick 6-speed box, and nice short throws in between, and it feels solid, you know. Not once have I thought, oh, is that in gear? Is it not in gear? One gear change to the next, just there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it just flies through the gears as well. So yeah, I mean, that's going to be the third thing about this car really. For me, I love the gearbox. I think it's just right. It feels nice to change gear, and it's especially good if you want to drop a gear and put your foot down. The fourth thing I love about this car, and by no means is this in any particular order, but I love the Recaro seats that come in this Fiesta ST2. They're half leather heated seats, which during the winter months are so toasty. They are so rapid to heat up. You can just drive around with them on if you're going anywhere. Oh, it's so good. And they really do hug you to these seats. You can go around corners, you know, you don't move at all. I mean, if you were you're a larger person, maybe you might find these seats a little bit small or a bit on the snug side. I mean, I'm by no means small, but I'm also by no means on the larger side. But they're just right for me. I'm about 6 foot. You know, they're snug. They're what they're supposed to be. You know, they're not a full-on sports seat that's really hard. They're comfy. There's good support, and I've not had any problem over a long drive with being uncomfortable in these chairs or seats. And number 5 I love about this car, drum roll please, how this car looks. I absolutely love the look of the Fiesta ST. It looks just so much smarter than the standard Fiesta. When I saw this as a prototype photograph online, I think it was 2013 before it actually came out, I instantly loved this car. I remember it now. It was a red, or maybe it was molten orange Fiesta ST with tinted windows, and oh my god, it was a sexy looking car. So ever since then I said, oh, do I really want one? And almost 2 years ago I gave in and I bought one. And do you know what? I absolutely don't regret that at all. I love everything about this car. I love the wheels. I've got the edition with the red or grey wheels and the illuminated scuff plates. So I think it's the style pack they call it. And yeah, I just love it. It puts, again, I know as cheesy as it sounds, it puts a smile on my face, especially when the car is clean. And for those people who do know me, I love to clean my car, and it's quite embarrassing when I don't clean it. But in this black finish, it just shines when the sun or any kind of light falls on it when the car is clean. And then it's just a pleasure to drive around. Or even just when you park up and get out of the car and have a look at it, when you're walking away and you've locked the car, it's good. I love it. I love this car. And those are the 5 things I love the most about the Fiesta ST. Now if you look back over my channel, you will see another video I've made, which is the 5 things I dislike the most, or 5 reasons I dislike the Fiesta ST the most. But as I've covered in that video, if you do want to go and check it out on my channel, it's not a lot. So if you thought about buying a Fiesta ST, or yet to go out and try one, if you're interested in one, I'd very much recommend doing that. I don't regret this purchase at all. I mean, even the 5-door versions look smart. But I don't know, you never see many of them around here in the UK. Which is a shame, because, you know, maybe a 5-door Fiesta ST would be more practical for some people. I mean, it's, you know, considering this is a 3-door car, it's quite easy to get in and out of the back. I mean, you're not going to have people in the back all the time. Maybe, you know, adults, 6 foot plus adults sitting in the back might be a little bit uncomfortable for long journeys, but for most people who do these sort of, you know, short trips and just going to work, then, you know, back seats don't really matter, do they? So if you've been umming and ahhing about a Fiesta ST, I'd really recommend you go and check one out, take one for a drive, or if you know somebody that's got one, ask them if you can have a go. Obviously be careful, because this car is more powerful than you think. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you next time.